Hello, welcome back. I'm Chaitya Abhishek De Silva, an undergraduate of the JAM Institute for Advanced Technology. Welcome back with the question series of Database Management System 1, and today I'm here with the question set number 17. And in this question set also we're gonna discuss the same question scenario that we had in question set number 16. And in this question set number 70, we're gonna set the relationship between the tables that we have created in the question set number 16. As the first question, what is the relationship between student and subject table? Can this relationship be in the databases? And then as a second question, create a relationship between student table and the subject table. And then as the next question, change the name of the table created above to student exam mark record. And then as the fourth question, create a relationship between the table student exam mark record and the term exam term. And then as the fifth question, add a column called mark to the student exam mark record table and change the data type to double. And then as the last question, create a relationship between student table and the class table. So then let's move to the MySQL Workbench. Click on File, Open Model, and then say the relevant file and click Open. So in the first question, they are asking about the relationship between the student table and the subject table. One subject can be studied by several students and one student can study several subjects. So here we can use a many-to-many relationship. We are not able to create many-to-many relationship directly between the subject table and the student table. Therefore, table is created. So then let's see about that. Click on this many-to-many relationship icon and click on subject table and then student table. Click on subject table and the student table, and here we can see a table named is subject has student. A table called subject has student automatically created. Here we can see the mental relationship is not existing in a database. So and automatically the one-to-one relationship is created between the subject table and student table by creating a new table as subject has student. So then as a second question, we have to create the relationship between the student table and the subject table. So then we have created that relationship also. And as a third question, we have to rename this table to student exam mark record. So double click on this table and then change the name of this table to student exam mark record. And then as the fourth question, we have to create a relationship between the table called student exam mark record and the term exam term. So when we consider about these two tables, the student exam mark record and the exam term table, one student can have only one mark for one subject in a one term in a school. In a one term of a school can have several mark records of several students. So we can use a one-to-many relationship here. The student exam mark record table gets the many side as the exam term table can have several records from several students for a one term. Therefore, click on this one-to-many relationship icon and firstly click on the student exam mark record table as it gets the many side, and then click on the exam term table as it gets the one side. In the next question, we have to add a column called mark to the student exam mark record table. Change the data type to double. So then we have to add a new column. So then double click on the exam mark record table and add a new column as mark and then set the data type to double. So then as the last question, you have to create a relationship between the student table and the class table, these two tables. When consider about these two tables, one student can have only one class, but one class can have several students. So here we can use a one-to-many relationship. Click on this one-to-many relationship icon and the student table gets the many side as one class can have several students, but one student can have only one class. So we can click on the student table at first as it gets the many side, and then the class table. And we have done all the questions in question set number 17. And then let's again recap. As the first question, they are asking about the relationship between the subject table and the student table, and they are asking about the existence of the relevant relationship. The relationship between the subject table and the student table is a man-to-man relationship, but the man-to-man relationship is not existing in an ER diagram. So when we set the man-to-man relationship between the subject table and the student table, we could see that a new table was created automatically with the one-to-many relationship from both these tables. As the second question, we had to create the relationship between these two tables, and as the third question, we had to rename this table to student exam mark record, and as the next question, we had to create the relationship between this student exam mark record table and the exam turn table. If I describe about this relationship again, one exam turn can have several exam mark records of several students, but one student can have only one mark from one subject for one exam term. So as the fifth question, we had to include a new column called mark to this student exam mark record table with the data type as table. And as the last question, we had to create the relationship between the student table and the class table. If I describe about this relationship also, one student can be in one class, but one class can have several students. So here too we can use a one-to-many relationship. So then let's synchronize this model. Click on database, synchronize model, click on next, and then next again, and here to click on next, and here check whether the relevant database has selected, and then click again next, and then next again, and click again next, and then next. So then let's move to Heady software to see whether our exammarks DB has updated with the relationships. Here we can see the student table has updated with the new column as class ID, and then in the student exam mark record table we can see 3 foreign columns and the mark column that we have added to this student exam mark record table. So then let's me do the next question set number 18, and bye for now.